The Smoky Mountains are ancient. Their rolling ridges, mist-shrouded valleys, and endless labyrinths of trees have a way of swallowing sound, of holding secrets. On June 14, 1969, they claimed one that has never been given back. 6-year-old Dennis Martin was spending Father's Day weekend at Spence Field with his family. The boy was small, shy, but playful, trailing behind his older brother and cousins. That afternoon, as the adults talked and the fire crackled low, the boys whispered to each other, planning a prank. They would split up, circle around, and leap out from the brush to scare their parents. One by one, the boys sprang out laughing. But Dennis never appeared. His father, Bill Martin, called for him. At first with calm patience, then with sharp urgency. He pushed through thickets of rhododendron where the boy had last been seen. Nothing, no sound of rustling leaves, no boyish laugh, no trace at all. Within an hour, panic rippled across Spence Field. By nightfall, a storm rolled in, drenching the forest. The first night ended with nothing but rain and silence. The next morning, the search began in earnest. Rangers, scouts, volunteers, eventually more than 1,400 people, descended on the mountain. Lines of men combed the ridges, helicopters thundered overhead, Green Berets in full gear pushed deep into ravines and gorges. Yet the forest offered nothing. No footprints, no torn fabric, no scraps of food or evidence of struggle. It was as if Dennis had been erased. The Smokies can be cruel. The ground gives way without warning, streams rush suddenly, and thickets of undergrowth conceal sinkholes and caves. But there was another story. That same afternoon, a family camping near Rowan's Creek, miles away, reported hearing a piercing scream echo through the woods. It wasn't the cry of an animal, they said, but something human, sharp, haunting, unforgettable. Moments later they spotted a figure in the trees, rough, unkempt, moving fast, carrying something slung over his shoulder. The report was filed but never fully investigated. Rangers insisted the distance was too far, the timing unlikely. But the detail lingered. A scream, a figure, something carried away into the wilderness. For many it was no longer just a missing child story, it was something darker. Days turned into weeks. Heavy rain washed over the mountains, erasing tracks. Dogs picked up faint scents only to lose them near streams that surged with runoff. Bill Martin scoured the mountains endlessly, his voice hoarse from shouting his son's name. His wife waited in camp, hollow-eyed, clinging to hope that never came. By September the official search dwindled. The Martins returned home, broken, with nothing but questions. Dennis had walked into the woods and simply ceased to exist. More than 50 years have passed, yet his fate remains a mystery. The Smokies have yielded no trace, not a shoe, not a scrap of cloth, not a single bone. Accident. Some believe Dennis wandered off and succumbed to the harsh terrain. Animal attack. Others argue a predator may have taken him swiftly. Abduction. The Rowan's Creek sighting suggests Dennis was taken by a stranger. None of these theories have ever been proven. The Smoky Mountains remain beautiful, but unforgiving. And somewhere, in those endless ridges, lies the truth of what happened to Dennis Martin. A truth the forest has never revealed.